guys, welcome. It's Shaquan here from SLFX Trading, and today we're going to be talking about how to find a trend trading setup. And so if that is something that you're interested in and you want to know much more about, make sure you guys watch this video. It's going to be a quick video and I'll get you guys on to going with finding a trend trading setup. We're going to be working on two different currency pairs. And the one thing I really want to talk to you guys about is how to have patience really quick. When you are trading, the main thing when it comes to having patience when finding a trend trading setup is understanding what the trend is first. So the market works in cycles, right? And one of your cycles is a trend cycle. And when we say trend cycle, we just mean how the market moves up, down, whether it's going up long term or short term, or whether it's going down long term or short term, right? Key two things there. Now, when it comes to finding a trend trading setup, that just basically means you're going to be trading the market as it continues in its trend, which means it had to have pulled back first, and then after the market pulls back, you're going to be trading it if it's going down. You're going to be trading it for the continuation of the down movement, or if it's going up, you're going to be trading it for the continuation of the upward movement. So when we say trend trading setup, that's what we mean. So let's go ahead and let's look at the price chart and let's see what the price charts have to tell us, okay? So right now we're looking at Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar on the daily time frame. And the one thing that I want you to look at is my price level tools. Now I'm looking at TradingView. I'm on TradingView. In the price level tools, as you can see, those numbers are called exchange rate. Most people just know them as price, right? But what these exchange rates or what price tells us is this. It tells us, hey, as these numbers are going up, as you can see, it's like at 104 from the bottom, 106, back down to 105, then 107, and so forth and so forth and so forth. What it's telling us is the numbers are going up, exchange rates are going up. So people are preferring in that area the Aussie dollar over the New Zealand dollar, which means people are buying the Australian dollar over the New Zealand dollar. And that's why these numbers are very important when it comes to understanding how to trade, okay? So now something significant has happened though. So as price was pushing up, now the exchange rates are starting to push down. And let's take that step by step in what I mean, because even though you see the exchange rates on the other side, you don't see them on the other side coming down. And some of you guys are new, so you don't see it, or you probably see it already. Maybe you spotted it out and did so good job. So right here in this area here, the highest the exchange rate was back in June, the beginning of June, June 2nd, at $1.08 going towards $1.09. And so as it was doing that, the lowest the exchange rate was before it continued that push up was around 1.06. And now what you're seeing is price came and it took out that 1.06645 the exchange rate out. And when it did, it came down and it tapped around 1.058. We're going to round it and say the lows of 1.05, let's say 6, right? I'm just going to round it up, $1.66, because we like to round up, right? So basically we're at that bottom area. Now, the thing is, when price pushed back up, when it gave a pullback, and then price came and it topped out at 1.075, right? I don't think SIV is a number, but 1.075. And when it did that, as you guys can see, price has come back and the exchange rate has gotten lower again to 1.0565, right? So what this means is now people are preferring to buy the New Zealand dollar over the Australian dollar. Why? Because now we can see the Australian dollar is the base pair, which means if you see it going up, people are buying. If you see price going down, people are selling the Australian dollar. So you want to keep those two things in mind. So now that we have this, the biggest key thing is this: for us to see or maybe want to trade this potential trend continuation setup, we need to see price stay below 1.0756. So we have an area now where we can say, hey, we need price to stay below. Okay, and this number right here. Now, let's talk about why we need price to stay below. We need price to stay below because it will be confirmed that if price can stay below, we'll be trading a trend continuation setup. And now all we need to do is wait for a candle to go in our favor. And when I say candle, I mean the price action candles. Now, I trade and enter in from the daily time frame. Some of you guys may be entering in from a lower time frame, which is fine. I like the bigger confirmations personally when I trade, but that's just for me personally. You may like the bigger or the lower time frames when you trade. And hear me well, as a trader, you're not looking at any other information different. You're just going to see different candles as you drop down. You're going to see more candles as you drop down. And as I stay on this one time, my candles will be bigger, and that's fine, right? So now here's the thing. Some of you guys, this trade may also depend on the types of structures that you're trading. I treat price action as my structure. So I need price to stay below one candle, right? Which is going to be this one candle right here. And some of you guys are going to say, well, Shaquan, price has pushed up past this candle a little bit, and that's fine. As long as price can prove that it can stay below that one candle, I will be fine. One thing I teach people is how to use one candle to put you into profit. If you can find that main candle to put you into profit, you can use that one candle as structure over and over and over and over again, versus using a traditional support and resistance, versus using traditional levels. Like it can be avoided if you want. So keep in mind, whatever you have on your price chart to put you in a trade will be different. Okay, so or maybe different, depends. Now that's one thing I need. So let's talk about the targets really quick. If I get that price action candle that goes in my favor, for me personally, because I am trading a trend continuation setup, guess what the exits will be? The exit is just going to be back to the previous low. Okay, that's it. And if I want to trade the trend continuation setup past that previous low, if I'm saying, hey, because I think price is in a downtrend, I'm thinking price can beat that previous low, I'll trade an extended target past that and actually open up a different position, or the same position, just have an extended target, a target that's longer. So two positions, one to the previous low, one past the previous low. Okay, so that's this setup. Now let's go to another New Zealand dollar pair, pound New Zealand dollar, that may have a similar setup. Okay, so here on the pound New Zealand dollar, I actually have an alert set in case price does a particular thing. So let's talk about this setup here. So as you guys can see, this pair has been dropping down for quite some time as well too. And the thing about this particular setup here is that I sent this out on Monday for my Money Monday analysis, and someone said, hey, price hasn't dropped yet, should I buy? No, because price hasn't said that it's time to buy just yet. We need that clarification, that confirmation that price is going to keep going up. Right now, we can't buy against this trend. And let's go back into the exchange rates once again. As you guys can see, I have the price level tools located at my lower high. So we're at 1.964, 1.947, almost 1.498 or 1.48, and then 1.92, 1.929. The thing about this is our exchange rates keeps dropping by 2 cents, right? So now that I say that it keeps dropping by 2 cents, I don't want to trade against this, because if I trade against this, and this is a fast moving currency pair, as you can see, the ranges are shorter. This thing can move with some major pips, and it's dropping like 200 pips each time it moves down. You could put yourself in trouble if price is not, if price continues to go stay below 1.929, and you end up buying, your drawdown can really be bad. Okay, especially if it continues to sell off, it can be bad. So as long as price stays below this exchange rate here, we're still looking for trend continuation to the downside. Now, in my Money Monday analysis, for those who do not know, it's an email that I send out every single Monday where I talk about one of my favorite trade setups that could potentially happen. And this was one of them, because I do really like this particular currency pair. And at the same time, I mean, it's still making lower lows and lower highs, right? And so we want to keep going with the trend until it tells us it's time to do something different, right? So now with that being said, Monday price closed as a doji. I also said depending on the candle closure, it closed as a doji. The next candle, it closed as doji again. I don't trade dojis, I trade confirmations. So now I'm just looking for a confirmation candle in my direction, which is why I have this alert set here, because I know that if price can pass that candle, more than likely it's going to create a confirmation candle, and then more than likely I can trade it to the downside, right? So, you know, you have to do things in this market to help you to help guide and aid you in your trades. And this is one of those things here. Okay, so now with that being said, price needs to stay below, like I said, 1.929. If I get the candle formation in my direction, I will trade it back to the downside, once again going right back down to the previous lows. And now if price does not do that, let's say it keeps going up and let's say that it does pass 1.929, well, guess what, you guys, we have to become buyers. Maybe not at that moment, but once we get the confirmation that price wants to stay above 1.929, comes back and retests a particular area, gives us a better entry point, you know, minimal drawdown, right? Gives us a better entry point, which is the retest, then I'll enter going to the upside. But until then, we're not going to do that, okay? So still looking for trend continuation setups as long as prices stay below that exchange rate, just like Australian New Zealand dollar. So if I'm looking at this, what do you guys think I'm looking at for the base New Zealand pair, like New Zealand dollar USD? Maybe looking for it to still go up, right? The reason being is because here's one thing you have to understand. You have to group your currency pairs, right? And it doesn't mean just because New Zealand dollar goes up, AUD New Zealand dollar and then pound New Zealand dollar are supposed to go down. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if a particular pair is doing something and is strong in one direction and is weak in another direction on another currency pair, use that to hedge off in the market. And to hedge off means you have a buy somewhere and a sell somewhere else, and they're both making money for you. So that's one thing that you want to do in this market, right? So for example, as we can see, AUD USD, New Zealand dollar USD, pound USD, we can see they're getting bullish pushes, but what's getting hurt? USD JPY, USD Swiss, USD CAD, they're tanking. And so you have to play those against one another, hedge off in those pairs. That way you make money and, you know, one side of the market and the other side of the market as well too. This is also one of those types of examples as well. But patience has to be there to say, hey, I'll be patient enough to wait for my setup. I'll be patient not to trade candle by candle because you never want to trade candle by candle, okay? So that's my tidbit for this. Now, if you've been trading for some time, you're like, Shaquan, I want you to help me read the markets the way you're reading it. You're talking about downtrends, uptrends, exchange rates, base, quotes, currencies, all price, all this kind of stuff. But I've been trading for some time or I'm new and I haven't been able to put this together as simple as you. You guys click the link in my bio and in 3 weeks, I'll teach you this setup in just 3 weeks, right? I'll give you the information you need. I'll guide you myself personally in our one-on-one sessions. And guess what? I'll even give you a trading plan that's filled out for you. You don't have to really do anything but fill out your information towards the end of it. But I'll even give you a trading plan that has all the information you need for what I will teach you so you can use on your own and you can trade this information on your own. Just give me 3 weeks to help you, okay? Other than that, you guys, I want y'all to really look at these currency pairs. Use this information on your own price charts. And if you need that extra help, I'm here to guide you. Just click the link in my bio down below, okay? And if you want the Monday analysis that comes out, click the link down below also to join my email list, okay? It goes out every Monday and I give tips throughout the week too. So without further ado, you guys, y'all be blessed. Talk to you guys later.